Welcome back to this weekend's This Week in Agribusiness. Mike will be back a little bit later on, and he'll share with you the story of the Farm Dog of the Year. So many of us have stories about that one dog back in our youth, or perhaps not too many years ago. Some interesting stories about canines on the farm. Speaking of dogs we love, here's Willie Vogt joining us from Farm Progress. Willie, it's great to see you as we're getting ready to get together at something called the Farm Futures Summit. You'll be there, and I want your fans to know that they can come see you.
Yes, I will be there. I'll be there for the boot camp as well as the Farm Future Summit, and never been introduced like that before. Thank you, Max.
Well, hey, I know you so well. You know, one thing that I've thought about in the past at the Farm Future Summit, it sort of has a classroom feel, and yet it's so comfortable. It's a great opportunity to learn. It absorbs so much in such a short period of time from people who are such good presenters.
Yeah, it is. And every year, Mike Wilson, who organizes this event, works really hard to bring in a diverse amount of speakers that cover a lot of topics. And I'm excited this year to add top people like Jolene Brown, who can talk on the family side of the farm, some issues we haven't dealt with as much in the past. We also have succession issues. We also have obviously the marketing stuff with Matt Bennett and folks like that. Jacqueline Holland's going to talk about resetting your budget. The one I'm also interested in watching is, of course, our friend Howard Buffett discussing his interaction with Ukraine and Ukrainian farmers. I think you and Howard will do a wonderful job, and I'm looking forward to hearing that. That's going to be great.
Howard, whatever it is he devotes his attention to through his foundation, becomes passionate about it, whether it's been conservation, whether it's the agriculture immigrant workforce issues that he has devoted attention to, hunger problems as well. He is passionate about this, and his foundation has done a significant amount of work since, last February in that war-torn nation. And just before he heads back over for his 5th trip since the war started, he'll be with us at Farm Futures Summit. And as you say, it'll be a unique opportunity to give us some insight into a country that's going to continue to play a significant role in the world grain scene, right?
Absolutely. And I actually ran into a Ukrainian farmer when I was out west last week, and he had met Howard and just was excited to have done that and knows that we're paying attention. I think that's a big thing too. When you're in the middle of that kind of strife, you don't think anybody's paying attention, and we are, and I think that's important. The other thing about the summit I think people need to realize is what I call the interaction time. You also have the speakers, Dr. David Cole, I should have mentioned, and then panels you and I are moderating that get into the nitty gritty on some hot topics. But the other thing is, when you go on break, watching the farmers interact with the sponsors, it's exciting what they learn about their business outside of what we bring to the table.
You know, one thing that I think about with the Farm Futures Summit, it gives the producer quite often early warnings about things to come. And a perfect example was the discussion last year about interest rates. And you look at that larger than life issue now, when we have all of these costs that are piling up for producers to produce a crop, and how significant those are as they all come together, and the cost of money is one of them. I remember Cole warning about that last year.
Yeah, and everybody has, oddly, in the last couple of years in the summit, we have brought up interest rates, because I think the people that really watch, the economists we work with, really do watch those numbers and had just been kind of waiting for the Fed, because knowing that inflation was coming back. And when you look at what happened in the money that was going into the market during the pandemic, it's logical, if you follow economics, that more money brings inflation straight up.
In this learning season, it's a great opportunity to learn and to interact with other growers, as you point out. Willie, we look forward to seeing you at Coralville, right there by Iowa City. Give us the website where folks can go to get all of the information and sign up.
farmfuturesummit.com.
That's easy enough. See you there, pal. Yep. Have a good week.
Thanks a lot, sir. See you later.
Willie Vogt there joining us, and he will be among those at the Farm Futures Summit at Iowa City, Coralville, actually.